What's going on? Hoo, hoo. What's going on, peoples? Welcome to another episode. We're not saying show no more. We've been saying episode for the past couple of shows, man.
Right.
Welcome to another episode of Two Men with an Opinion. Lynn Miller. Somebody tag her, man, because she don't be getting a chance to be on the shows, man. So Lynn Miller, I want to especially, tag her, big boy, so she can make sure she come in on the show. Everybody else, man, come in on the show. We got a nice one for y'all today. But before I go through all the formalities, man, make sure y'all follow our YouTube page, subscribe, share, and follow our YouTube. Two Men with an Opinion has officially started our YouTube. We need y'all to subscribe, man. So subscribe to the YouTube page. I'm going to periodically say that throughout the show. We appreciate y'all that's been purchasing the merch. We got your shirt, delivered it. We're waiting on it to get pressed up. Once it get pressed up, I'll let you know. My boy will let you know. We'll get you your shirt. Yeah, man, we got an interesting one for y'all tonight, man.
Yeah.
We ain't even got a gear grinder.
No.
Yeah, we ain't even got a gear grinder, man. But we got this show, King. This is really like, different for us.
Yeah.
We kind of stepped outside of our comfort zone with this one, man. Yeah. But hey, man, I got faith in my boy. I know my boy got faith in me, and y'all got faith in us. We gonna do what we do with it, man. But King, before we get into it, we just want to let a lot of y'all know, hey, man, this gonna be a real show to where you can't be sensitive to what we finna say and talk about. We ain't trying to step on no toes. We're just trying to keep it a buck, and we gonna give y'all two men's opinion about what we discussing, and y'all chime in as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to get that out the way. So if it's some things that's said that may rub a couple people the wrong way, that's not the intentions. We're just giving y'all our opinion based on the content we're gonna be discussing tonight.
Right.
All right. So we done got that out the way.
The formalities.
We done got the formalities out the way.
Yeah.
So tonight, for y'all that don't know, we gonna be discussing. Team, tell them what we're gonna be discussing, man.
We're gonna be discussing what happens when your mate leaves you for his or her same-sex partner. Now, the reason we even decided to talk about this, first of all, it happens all the time. Yeah. And me and my wife, we know some people that it happened to, and it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's two different ways you can look at it.
Yeah.
You can look at it from the spouse who got cheated on, and the spouse who realized all of a sudden, okay, this is not what I want to do. Mm-hmm. So just buckle up and come with us on this journey.
Yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey, but man, watch us work though. Watch us work. Yeah. So King,
we gonna get it in.
Based on the topic, man,
yeah.
You already kind of let the people know. You personally, you and your wife know some people that has done it. Of course, we're not gonna put no names.
Yeah, I'm not trying to out nobody.
Yeah, we're not gonna out nobody because even in deciding to go this route, me and my boy, we always brainstorm and go back and forward on whatever it is that we want to discuss. And we always try to not just look at it from our end. We try to look at it from the people end that's gonna be watching.
Right.
So we don't want to make it seem like we outed nobody or we don't want nobody to out nobody.
Right.
So we want to make sure y'all understand it. But the platform that we have, that y'all helped us create, the thought process always is trying to have a conversation that a lot of people aren't having and don't know how to have.
Right.
So it ain't just us. We're not saying we experts, but we want to have y'all to come in and chime in on us having a conversation based on what we're talking about.
Lynn already said yes.
She already hit us with the yes. Already?
She said it starts out as swingers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Swingers.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
I never thought about that either.
Yeah,
man.
That could be a issue.
King, tell me this, man. With what you already said, you and your wife already has experience. How would you handle it? This is just a hypothetical.
Right.
But hypothetically speaking, how would you handle it if you and your old lady and one day you wake up and her thing to you is, hey, I'm tired of living a lie.
Right.
I'm tired of not living my truth.
Right.
Now, y'all got kids together like y'all have.
Yeah.
Y'all done built the foundation and everything that you said that you know what I'm saying, you married your woman for, your wife for. And all of a sudden, that foundation that you said that she was to the family she's willing to give up that foundation for how she really feels, and she's really been feeling like she's been living a lie. And one day she wakes up and say, "Babe, we need to talk."
Rocked. Yeah.
And her introduction to it is, "Baby, we need to talk." I ain't never been too much on the good end of somebody saying we need to talk. So she hit you with the "we need to talk." Okay, babe. And in her doing that, she said, "You know what? It's some things I need to tell you." The fact of the matter that's how she coming at you with it, and then she hit you with, "This is what it's been." And I've been trying to juggle them both for a long time.
Right.
And in doing it, it's stressing me out.
Right.
And it's just a lot of chaos going on, and I'm tired of living a secret life.
Right.
How do you accept that? That's her truth, though.
Right.
And as a man, you thinking, man, I done did this.
Yeah.
I done sacrificed this.
Yeah.
I done did this for the kids. You feel like you done gave her the world, and what if your enough, what is enough?
Wow.
And she hit you with this. How do you rebuttal that?
You know, man, after the initial shock and the upset, because it's gonna be painful.
Right.
It's gonna be painful.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can't just turn it off. I can't just stop it. I'm still gonna love my wife, and and then me being the man that I am, I'm always gonna go to her first. I'm gonna see about her feelings first. And then we just gonna talk. Because like you said, that has to be hard being, like I told you, man. I when I was younger, I had a bad stuttering issue.
Right.
And it's hard to want to say something and you can't get it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's hard.
Right.
So for her to be living that life and not being herself, I know that has to be hard.
Right.
I know it has to be hard.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
So I mean, that's what I would do, man. It's gonna hurt, and I would be upset and everything else. But I mean, the way our friend dealt with it, and I was telling her, like, man, this guy, you gotta understand, he's living. He's living his life. He wants to be
living his truth.
He's happy.
Right.
Do you know how hard it is to walk around not being yourself all the time?
Man, listen.
Living a lot, that's hard.
You living up to everybody else's expectations.
Man, I wouldn't want to wish that on nobody.
I'm gonna ask this, and then we gonna flip it. As a man, from a manhood's perspective, you know we prideful,
right?
And as a man, hearing the woman that you then that you had kids with, is that a shock to your manhood? How would you, as a man, how would you feel? I know you said you would see about her, but then probably not in front of her, but when you're alone after that conversation, you may want to go for a ride. And as a man, you question yourself as a man, like, man, what did I do wrong? Is it something I did?
That's everybody.
You know what I'm saying? From a man's perspective, with it being a woman.
Of course, because, you know, it happens so much. Nobody wants to talk about it, though. Right. And, hey, I've seen it to where it was both. The woman woke up and now she likes women, and the man woke up and now he likes men. And I was friends with everybody. So I talked to everybody. And I don't know why people want to talk to me about it, because I had some to hit me with it. Now let's flip it to the woman. Let me read these comments. Okay. We got some comments already? Yeah. Miss Webster, what's going on? She said, what's up, Miss Webster? Aisha Moore, she said, I'd rather that because I know that it was something that I couldn't do for him. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard. The lady it happened to, she was destroyed. She was crying and she was upset. Like, as a woman, I can just imagine, because you feel like your worth as a woman's like, man, like, wow, I'm not enough. I'm not enough. Like, I'm right. How from the beginning of the time, it was man and woman. Right. And you wake up one day and the man that you was being the woman to decides, and he tell you in whatever way, I desire another man more than you. As a woman,
you would feel like I'm not enough. Like as a woman, that would bother. I can just imagine how much, just like it would bother a man. I can just imagine how much it would bother a woman, because I've had some people to share that kind of deep hurt with me, and I was like, the initial question I asked was, that's what came to my head. How did it bother you as a woman?
Right.
To know that you as a woman wasn't enough to this man to where he felt the need to go and get the pleasure that you, whatever wasn't given from another man. As a woman, I could just imagine, like, man, what do you do? What did you say?
That's
like
hard.
Your friends, how do you think your friends, once it come out, how they may view you, look at you? Knowing that they once seen this ideal couple as going to church with the kids and the family, and all of a sudden now they see you and not him, and him and not you, but then who he's with or who you with or not with, it's like, wow, hold on, how you go from that to that?
Yeah.
How do you even face society knowing that you went from that to that, and then be able to walk in public, go to work, be around family, knowing how we are judgmental, knowing how people are? How do you even function with something like that dramatic happening without questioning who you are as a person? How do you even function doing something like that?
You know something, man, at the end of the day, it's life. And we got to keep living.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've done some stupid stuff and I had to like wake up like I just did the dumbest shit in the world. And everybody gonna know about it. And I just held my head up high and kept it moving. Hey, that's life. We make mistakes. And man, I can't stress enough how hard it must be to live that lie. That is, hey, I understand where you coming from. Hey, listen, me and him, we had an argument, a real live argument about this, because he was looking at the side of the woman, and you know, and she's hurt and she's distraught and this and that. Yes, but women are way stronger than us. Y'all gonna get over it, okay? Carrying that around with you, man. Who are you? Who am I? I can't even be me. Bro, that is...
You know what?
Hey, you know what? And I'm not going to say something I'm going to punch you. I promise.
I'm not going to say this. I'm really not. Everybody, come close. Any and everybody that know me know how passionate I am about kids.
Yeah. And
when me and him was discussing it, my main point I already reverted back to was the kids.
Yeah.
Let's think about how this will hurt the kids, regardless if it's the man that said it or the woman. Now think about how these kids got to process the opposite of what they've been being shown.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you see mama with another version of her.
Right.
And daddy with another version of him.
Right.
How do these kids process that, still go to school, still handle everything else they was dealing with, and still be a productive young man or woman? Granted, the grown people gonna go through what they go through eventually. They're gonna be okay.
Right.
But the kids that's in the middle of that, I think a lot of times when those type of decisions are made, I think the kids are thought about on the back end.
Always.
Instead of thought about before you make that decision.
Always.
Now, granted, I agree with what you're saying. At the same time, I can only imagine how hard it is to live a lie. But you weren't just living a life for you. You was living a life for your kids.
Whole family.
Your family.
Right.
The people that was, you know what I'm saying, close to the family, things of that nature. So now, everything you presented your family to be was a lie, basically.
Yeah.
You were basically representing a lie.
Yeah.
How do these kids function? What if we get back to the kids' friends at school?
And it's going to.
How do these kids keep going to school knowing that now they being told, man, come on, man. I can only imagine what these kids gonna deal with, man.
Wait a minute, man. Let me read these comments. Miss Lynn, she said, we will never fully understand unless we have all the facts. Absolutely right. And she also said, a married couple started having sex with couples and the guy got addicted and left the wife for a guy. Addiction, you cannot control. You're on your own. Yeah. And then Ms. Webster, she said, the whole situation is hurtful. Trying to be someone that you're not hurts. Exactly. Finally coming out is going to hurt. So to me, you can't win for losing. The most important thing is getting past the hurt and moving forward in life. Exactly. And now to answer your question, man, I feel like with the kids are, from what, I got 1,000 of them. Kids want to see their parents happy.
Right.
True enough, that's gonna warp their little mind. That it's gonna they gonna have to get it.
Right.
That they see daddy with another man or mommy with another woman, but they'll be fine. And I know you hate that because now I'm thinking for the kid.
Right.
But again, man, hey, Bernie Mac used to say, man, F them kids. Hey man, at the end of the day, this is my life. And I'm gonna put myself in the position of the man who want another man. This is my life. I love my kids love me, and I feel like they'll be happy for me when they see I'm happy. Because kids know when parents are faking it. Kids know when mom and dad ain't happy. Kids know.
Hold on. You go ahead like that camera ain't there. We gonna talk. Okay. You mean to tell me I'm the voice, because I'm big on being the voice for the kids. I'm the kid in what you just explained.
Okay.
Me seeing you happy, yes, that's a concern.
Right.
But at the same time, in my head, depending on how old I am, what was you before you doing this now, Daddy?
Right.
I have no choice but to go on what you showed me prior to before you saying now, I want to be happy. So what? You was living a lie, because at the end of the day, kids go more about what they see than what we say.
Absolutely.
So
right.
if I seen you living the life male, female, and then on the back end when you decide to go male with male, you tell me, be a man of your word, this. Everything you did when you presented to him or her that you're happy contradicts what you instilled in that kid based on what you showed them in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, if that wasn't really your truth, the kid shouldn't be. Basically, the kid was created through a lie. Right. Because that wasn't really your truth. Right. Now, when you finally say and decide, let me live my truth, kids are created. So now you can't reverse the kid being born. Mm-hmm. All you can do is move on from once y'all had that conversation. Right. But that kid, that's gonna bother that kid going forward to the point to where in his relationships, he or she may deal with relationships in that same matter. And then when they come to us as parents, we want to beat them up and beat them down, not knowing that the habit that they had was instilled by us. Right. Because of what they seen growing up.
Yeah. And like the old lady, she just said the kids will definitely need counseling. I totally agree. Yeah. But in the end all be all, we're human. True. Parents make mistakes. Right. Kids gonna see us make mistakes. And my kids, you just said, hey, I made a mistake. Right. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm sorry for making that mistake. Mm-hmm. So when they say, but you showed me this, hey man, I didn't know. I was confused. Right. Grown-ups get confused too.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Hey man, and that's just that's how I would tell my kids. And again, if my kids don't get it, man, F them kids.
So when you had that moment, if they don't get it in that moment,
man, F them kids. In my Bernie Mac voice. No, but for real though, man. I mean, this is a deep subject, and I know we playing around a little bit, but man, when the lady came to my house and she was telling us what's going on, I saw her, man. She broke.
You seen her hurt?
Yes, she broke. I don't like to
broken.
See. Yes,
she was broken.
And I was like, man, and we prayed with her and talked to her, and then once she kind of felt a little bit better, that's when how do you think he's doing? Mm-hmm. As a woman, she was like, I don't give a damn how he's doing.
At that moment.
Exactly.
How his feelings
don't even matter.
Hers.
Right.
Because as a woman, you feeling less of a woman at that time. Right. And that for me, whether if it was the man or the woman, my thing is, everything that was done prior to that moment was a lie.
See,
how else can I look at that, bro?
You keep saying a lie. What if he was confused? What if she was confused? What if
man? before we start creating whatever memories and kids, if it's kids in the situation, and that's truth. I know a lot of people ain't gonna tell people in the beginning, but I feel like people gotta be honest.
Right.
That's a certain kind of naked that a lot of people ain't willing to be.
Exactly.
But if you meet a chick and you telling her, hey man, I feel you, I'm rocking with you. But I just want to let you know I have a tendency to have an interest in men as well. People ain't being that type of honest,
No,
bro.
they're not. They not.
Same thing if it's
They're
a female. Hey man, I rock with you, I like you, I'm attracted to you, but I'm attracted to women as well.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of people being that type of honest. Now, I ain't saying don't nobody do it, but being that kind of honest, the person that you being honest with gonna be like, say, man, I ain't got time for you to be confused
Right.
and playing.
Yeah.
Go do that with somebody else. So what they gonna do is they gonna hide what their true intentions is, and they gonna say they really interested in you. But I'll take it a step further. You got some people that invited a third party in the bedroom.
Right.
Now, when that third party come in the bedroom, all you doing is sparking that spark that was there that they was hiding.
Yep.
And then once you spark that spark, they have them meetings outside of the third party with 3 people.
Hey, that's why I don't try to be too freaky. Hey, for real. When if something happen, like, you spark. Wait a minute.
See what I'm saying?
I don't try to be too freaky. Man. I don't want no trouble.
So
I don't want no trouble. Hey. For real, that's just me. I'm just being honest.
So,
but let me tell you this. You know, now, and I'm finna give you some truth. So,
y'all see one, y'all before you get there, right?
I'm finna give you some truth. Now check this out. When my mom had me when she was younger, and my dad wasn't there. He was in the military, and I told you about this. Now, I'm going to show you how my whole life could have been changed. Okay. I could have been a totally different person. Okay. Now, I was always with my mom, and I would always listen to my mom. Oh yeah, me and my girlfriend. Oh, me and my girlfriend doing this. Me and my girlfriend doing that. And then my dad came into the picture, and you know, and I was like, it kind of like tripped me out. Like, which mean your girlfriend? I didn't ask. I just left it alone. And one time I was telling my dad, I said, you know, Dad, me and my boyfriend was going. He said, your boyfriend?
And to slap you into next week.
He did. But you know what, though? And it's just like that. It's how quick that could have happened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he was there to say, hey, man, we don't do that. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But because I'm a kid. I see my mom saying my girlfriend. I'm like, no, I'm a dude. This is my friend. You my boyfriend. That's what it is. But I mean, you know.
I feel where you're coming from.
Yeah. Right. And my whole life could have been different. But because my dad stepped in and told me, hey, this is, you know, girls can do that, guys can't do that. You know, that's what it was.
So how would you feel? And for y'all that's watching, that's coming, I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm gonna present this question to y'all too. How do you feel when a friend, male or female, come to you and say, man, I've been battling this for a while. I don't know how, but I think I need to tell him or her that I'm really attracted to the same sex. Yeah. How do you coach your friend through something like that? But now granted, the person that you done met that she talking about breaking this news to, you find out, man, he a solid dude. Solid, yeah. She a solid woman. Right. But they come to you because they trust you more than they trust telling them right now. Yeah. And they need you to coach them through telling them this. How do you advise somebody with that type of truth? Getting ready to try to, I need your assistance in telling something that can change the whole landscape of my family. Wow. How do you advise a friend, and for y'all that's watching, if y'all don't mind, how do you advise a friend that's trusting you with that type of truth? What did you tell them?
Man, you know me. I keep it a thou wow. Say a prayer and then just sit them down and let them know. Just like that. Now, if you need me to be there with you so you don't get slid.
Just say, man, while you saying hey man, that may not go like that. She may, okay, let's bow down and pray. And how you doing this? Yeah. Man, look, you be standing there praying for a whole hour. Yeah. Everybody ain't trying to pray. Say, man, everybody in certain moments God ain't the first thing that you think about.
Of course
and
not.
I'm one of everybody know how I am. I don't dilute the Most High at all. But I know from the perspective of you be human. When a lot of tragic things like that, life-changing things happen, God ain't always the first thing that pop in your mind.
Never, yeah.
He might be on the back end.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it shouldn't be like that, but something that detrimental, man, you're not finna say, let's pray.
Right.
That ain't finna be the first thing. If my old lady that I'm rocking with telling me, and she wake up one day, I've been asking you all the questions, I'm gonna speak on my behalf.
Yeah.
Man, if my female that I'm rocking with one day wake up, and you know what? I may take a little bit of what you said and piggyback off of it. I would ask her, what is it that led, or why did it take this long to say that? Because that could have been something that was created before my time.
Exactly.
So my thing to her gonna be, when did you notice your interest in this? Because I know it had to be before you met me.
Right.
And then my thing is, based on what she say, was it something I did? Because human nature, you gonna question self.
Yeah.
Like,
always.
is it something I did to push you or usher you in that way? But I feel like something that detrimental, that was before my time. Now, it's just with me, it reared its head, but I'm going to be like, I'm going to ask her some questions about herself, and I'm going to try to know what led to that.
Yeah.
Man, God ain't finna be the first thing on my mind, bro.
Right.
I'm just keeping it above.
Yeah, I feel
Now,
you.
when I leave her and go to have my quiet time with self,
right.
of course I'm going to go to the Most High for advice on how to deal with this.
Right.
But that initial response to that, man, I'm not finna be, I'm not finna say this, pray.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it above, bro, because as a man, I'm gonna be like, man, I got brothers, I got family, I got partners. As a man, we prideful.
Oh, yeah.
How do I even go and tell my partner and say, bro, my gal finna leave me for another girl?
You know what, man?
How do you tell your partner that?
It happens. What you mean? How you tell your partner?
Man, we not finna normalize dudes getting left for other women.
It happens.
Now, I'm not saying it don't happen because it does, but we ain't finna normalize it, bro.
Man, you can normalize it or say whatever words you want to use, but I mean, it happens. It happens a lot.
So how do you think? So do you think it's something that we can do to prevent it, male or female? What can you think can be done to prevent that?
You can't do nothing to prevent that. It's all about the person and how honest they are with themselves. A lot of times, man, they fight those urges. You're not gonna win every fight. That's how they slip up. And I feel like an urge is an urge is an urge is an urge. Man,
you have the urge to purge.
That's just what it is. It's still an urge. Hey, you have urges. When you in Walmart, you see a chick with them TikTok tights on and booty pop. You got urges.
But I can control it.
Exactly.
Everybody can't control it.
Exactly. Those are urges. Same thing. An urge is an urge is an urge is an urge.
You can have an urge, just following through with the urge. That's
exactly.
Now, you mean to tell me, and again, I know I keep hearing you say it happens. It happens all the time. It's been going on.
Yeah.
How do the person that is done to function after being told it, bro?
Man, it's going to be
How do you even trust?
Yeah, exactly.
Going forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't show no signs of what she finally told me. He didn't show no. Man, it's people that done had kids with men.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden this dude wake up one day and say he want to poke another man?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That ain't no easy thing to get over, man. Like,
it's not.
As a woman, I can't even imagine, bro. I can't even imagine a man either, but I'm just on the woman's side now. How do you as a woman even feel worthy to go and give yourself to another man without thinking that it may happen again?
Yeah, and that's the major thing. I have a friend that happened to, and she said every man she look at, if he got a little something,
see what I'm saying?
Oh, he gay. And I'm like, he ain't gay. He cool. Like, nah. Did you see how he did his foot? Like his foot.
So he being punished for what another man did.
Yeah, but you know something, man.
That's what people do, though.
But hurt people.
Yeah.
You carrying around this hurt. You're not being who you are. You're hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Who was that? Miss Webster. She said, "Hey, it's a hurtful situation. Somebody gonna get hurt." And then Miss Webster done dropped a whole damn novel. Let me read this.
Yeah.
Let me read this. Miss Webster said, "Man, some children may understand fully those that are in the home, but when they go out into society, she's right, school, they're not going to understand what is going on in the home, especially those who are being taught that being gay, bisexual, trisexual, or whatever the case may be is wrong. they're going to talk about it, bully, make fun of, and so on. Those that are on the outside looking in will never fully understand what's going on versus those inside the home. She's right. And then, Ms. Webster, I picked up on it and caught it. I know you messed up. I picked up on it. That's how I did. I'm getting better. Hooked on phonics works for me. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, and the wife, she says, so married couples with children can't just walk away and throw their hands up because of the children. But couples dating or in long-term relationships, can they walk away? I don't think if you have kids in general, you shouldn't walk away. But I mean, it just like this, it happens.
So
you got guys that walk away
after having that conversation, whether it's the man saying to the woman. How do you convince yourself to stay? How does that conversation even go? To where I done just broke this type of news to you. How do you make it make sense? Yeah, I know you're gonna pitch the stuff about the kids.
Right.
I get that part. Besides that, how do you convince the person you just broke this news to? How do you even convince him or her to trust you? How do you even? Hey, before I stay with you, I gotta trust you first.
Exactly.
And you just dropped this kind of bomb on me?
Yeah.
How do I even trust you beyond this point?
Brother, trust is hard. Trust like credit. You know? Hey, you can't do nothing wrong with your credit and it's shot. Trust is the same way. It's very hard to build back up. And if you done lived a lie and all of a sudden, got caught up in it and now you done uprooted your whole family and discombobulated everything.
Can you trust after something like that? Will you trust after something like that? Are people wrong for not trusting after something like that?
You're not wrong for not trusting. Those are your emotions. But me, trust is, I trust people until they show me they're not to be trusted. And then
that's a moment not to be trusted, bro.
It is. But even after that, that's when the forgiveness comes into play. Now, just like you said, I'm not going, hey man, I am a baby Christian. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you gonna tell them?
I'm telling the truth. Hey,
okay.
I'm a beginner. I just started walking. so, you know what I'm saying? So, hey man, forgiveness, I get it. I'm cool with it, but it's gonna take some time. But hey man, and again, I believe I have to forgive. That's what I believe.
I believe you have to forgive, but that's something you'll never forget.
Of course, I never forget nothing. I remember what folks done did to me in the 3rd grade. I don't forget nothing. Nothing when you have slighted me. But still, hey, I forgive, but hey, I don't forget. Never. So and I'm gonna remember that. Hey, if I'm still rocking with the person and a woman
can you deal with them after that?
You know what?
say
check this out. Me and my wife, we have friends who she likes men and women. He just like men. He know what she do.
Mm-hmm.
There's been times where he come home and see a gay woman and that looks like him.
Wow.
And kind of like look him up and down, like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
In his house. And he stay with it.
He better than me.
But
is the kids involved?
Yeah, it's kids involved. But you know what, man? I think that's a different kind of love.
What the fuck?
I think that's love. I think that's love.
Man, that's lust. We just talked about that the other show.
I think that's love.
What love got to do with that, like the show with Ike and Tina Turner? What does love got to do with that, bro? That ain't got S to do with love, man. That's lust all day long. That man and woman are lusting, bro. We overuse the word love, man.
So
we do in a lot of situations, bro. You not finna tell me you don't love me because I don't accept your behavior. Come on, bro. Nah, you're not finna manipulate the love word to make me accept that BS you pulling, bro. You're not finna do that. I'm just not gonna love you. I'm just not gonna love you, bro. I love you, ED. Yeah. But I don't love you currently with the lifestyle you living. Nah, you're not finna do that.
First of all, I'm gonna need you to not holler at me no more. Yeah. I love you. Hey, don't holler at me, bro. I don't want no trouble.
Cause I see you getting ready to elaborate on some BS.
That's not, bro.
That's love?
Hey, yes, that's love. You know what? Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
I'm talking about the example you just used.
Hey,
We're walking in the house and see.
Yeah, now that disrespect.
Yeah.
But check this out though. Check this out. Now, say you and your wife.
Okay.
You know your wife. She does some drugs or whatever. Y'all experiment. She turns into a crackhead. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's an addiction.
Okay.
That's an addiction. You still love your wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you catch her smoking crack. Hey, babe, we need to go to the clinic or whatever, rehab or whatever, get this taken care of. You still gonna love your wife.
Yeah.
You still gonna be there for your wife.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. That's my point.
You
Now,
can't compare smoking
you-
no crack and somebody getting beat up and slid in the crack by another man. You not gonna compare cracks to me, bro.
Yes,
You're not gonna do that.
Hey.
You just tried to compare cracks, bro. And you can get addicted by both of them. We not gonna do that, my guy.
That's
we
why
not gonna do that. That's
nobody
bad
like you
comparison.
right
That's
there.
bad comparison.
That's why you don't have no damn friends right there. Hey,
That's really apples and oranges.
I'm glad you're a Christian.
That's a really.
Jesus is your only friend.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He never let me down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but bro, what I'm trying to say is he loved his woman so much
Okay.
that he looked past it. Hey, I'm not there yet. I'm not saying I could do that because I'm so petty. Cheat on me and I'm gone. I don't care if you cheat on me, whatever, I'm gone.
Let's switch it to seriousness based on what you just discussed.
Right.
If I don't accept her behavior, I love her less, or I don't love her, because at the end of the day, I'm going on what you just explained.
Right.
That's the definition of her showing that he loved. Man, look. Loving a person's behavior that's detrimental to not only them but me. Hey man, at the end of the day, people are doing that moment. She's doing what's best for her,
Right.
or him.
Right.
I gotta do what's best for me in that particular situation.
Absolutely right.
Loving that is not what's best for me.
That's
It'll be what's best for her or him that came out.
Yeah.
I can't see myself doing that, bro. Based on that example you gave,
Yeah.
I can't see myself. Because at the end of the day, man, you teaching people how to treat you.
Right.
And
You're
if
right.
I accept that behavior, I'm basically indirectly telling you how to treat me.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. Not something like that, bro. I can't. Because I would look at it like this here. If it was me, I wouldn't expect her to love me like that.
In spite of that.
I wouldn't, bro. Because I'm putting her in an awkward position. But my pitch to her is, oh, you never loved me. Come on, man. Don't do people like that. Now you manipulate love.
Right.
Because if you love me, if you really love me, you'd have told me the truth before we got to this point.
Right.
If we just gonna keep it a buck. But now since everything didn't hit the fan, now you want to manipulate the word love? I was loving you prior to this. So don't use your get out of jail free card in that situation,
Right.
meaning that you love me less because I don't want to accept that lifestyle. Because now, man, let's just keep it real book. Man, I may have to go get checked.
Yeah.
She had to go get checked.
Yeah.
If I find out you living this kind of life and I was trusting you prior to that,
Yeah.
man, my whole life can be altered because all of a sudden you didn't expose what you didn't expose to me. Like I said, I know this is an uncomfortable conversation, and I know a lot of people don't know how to have it.
Yeah.
But some of these conversations need to be had because it's happening in a lot of homes
It's happening.
that a lot of people are afraid to discuss and don't know how to discuss.
Yeah.
But truth be told, people need to go get checked, bro.
Yeah.
If you find out your significant other was living that kind of life for ain't no telling how many years.
Right.
And it just wound up getting exposed when you and him or her was with each other. Come on, man. That's truth that people don't like to discuss, bro.
You know what? The fact that you feel like that, I can see why you're single. Hey man, let me read these comments.
Man, let me take a drink, bro.
She said, you can walk away from the significant other, but there is no reason you should ever walk away from your kids. I totally agree.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
wife. She said, do you ask them to join you in the new relationship? Huh. Okay. Okay. Lil B, what's up with it? He said, we stupid.
Lil Bizzle.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, Ms. Webster says sex is going to be much different due to the fact of the matter. Yeah, all kind of wild thoughts are going to run through the other person's head. I think it's going to be very challenging, especially if the significant other's conscience is low. Exactly. She said this type of situation can really, really affect the sex life. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
People don't even they don't even trust when it comes to sex.
Of course not. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, get out to your whole everything on how you live life, how you view life, how you view others. Because, again, this is an uncomfortable conversation. I get it.
You know what, though? I feel where you're coming from. But wouldn't it still be uncomfortable if you knew your woman was out there cheating? What if she cheating with a dude? It's the same thing.
Cheating is cheating.
Right. So wouldn't the same when you slide and damn, was she using the rubber with this guy? You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be the same thing. I think putting the whole I'm gay stigma on it is clouding the judgment.
Nah, I wouldn't put that stigma on it.
You know
I just think
saying?
cheating is cheating, regardless of who you cheating with. I just think that type of lifestyle, when you find out a person was living that kind of lifestyle, that can alter and that can create a whole lot of other things in your head.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Or how you been living, so how long you been living like this here.
Right.
I've been trusting you since the beginning.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, one day you wake up, what if you telling me that because you found out something?
Right.
And all of a sudden you want to tell me trying to get ahead of it, but I'm really behind it.
Yeah.
Because you've been living it for a long time.
Right.
But when I get it, ain't no telling how long it's been going on.
Exactly.
Man, you don't know how many thoughts gonna go through a person's head when
Yeah.
you find it. Because I know for me, I'm like, what took you so long?
Yeah.
Did you get some news? Something finna happen? He finna die? You finna die? You just found out he got something and you probably got it. You thinking I'm gonna have it? Like, it's all kind of things that's gonna go through a person's head.
Yeah.
But do people really have these kind of conversations?
Yeah.
No, they don't talk like that, bro. But it happens.
Whoo, Miss Lynn Miller, she said, not biblical, the end. Yeah, you putting a whole nother spin on it. You putting a whole nother...
Is the spin bad?
No, it's not bad. But I mean, that's when you getting into the whole, am I right? Am I wrong?
I don't think when it comes to people's feelings, man, it's never a right or wrong because...
But I'm saying the biblical.
I'll say this.
Preacher.
I'll say this. People always say what they will or wouldn't do, but you never know what you will or won't do to you in that situation.
Right.
Regardless of what your what your belief is,
yeah.
Your belief system at that point in time, I'm not finna say, man, since I'm a Jehovah, I'm gonna handle it like this. Since I'm a Christian, I'm gonna handle it like this here. That belief system goes out the door when that happens.
Yeah.
Because don't know belief teaches you how to handle that.
Yeah.
It teaches you to trust.
Right.
It teaches you to be committed. It don't teach you how to handle something like that when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't got nothing to do with who you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't got nothing, that don't dictate how you respond to this. So I think the person, who you are as a person, is gonna dictate how you handle a situation like that.
Hey, and even a wife, she said this is happening to church people too.
Yeah.
Pastors, deacons,
Yeah, man, it's happening.
all through the Catholic Church. It was rough.
Man, listen. I'm gonna ask this question, and we ain't even discussed it, but we gonna bring it up now. Say you got a teenage son or daughter, a middle 20s son or daughter, and they come to you as the parent with this same stuff we discussing. How do you, as a parent, advise your son or daughter that's in the mix of some of what we're doing right now?
That's thinking they're gay or whatever.
Not the gay part. What if they're in a relationship and what we just explained happened was told to them?
Oh,
they come to mom, Dad, look, this is what we just told
break
you.
it down to you.
How do you break that down to your son or your daughter?
See, now you in my backyard. Now you're knocking on the door.
I want to knock on all that door.
Yeah.
That's the whole goal.
Yeah.
To get people to look at it from, because
we got to take ourselves. I see what.
Yeah, because when people look at it, they only looking at it from a certain perspective.
Right.
But now we have to flip that so people can look at it from more than just one angle.
Right. I mean, I would tell my kid, like, this is probably first I would tell him it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
Hey, sometimes we just pick the wrong person, and you pick the wrong person. And that's what I would give it to him. But
if she say, Daddy, Mama, I'm so hurt. I don't know what to do. I don't want to live. I'm this, I'm that. Because that's a hurt. You can't describe it to you.
Right,
with.
exactly.
And if your daughter or son come to you and they broke down and they crying, they upset. Mama, you didn't teach me this. You taught me X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But now all of a sudden what was taught to me, the opposite of that happens to me, but I'm coming to who taught me the right way for advice on how to deal with it.
Yeah.
As a parent, I know for me, I'm a hurt for my son.
Right.
But then at the same time, how do I don't even know, bro, like how do I help my son deal with that? I didn't deal with it. I didn't show him that.
Yeah.
But in today's society, like we said, it's accepted a lot more. How many kids, depending on if you create the type of environment for your kids to talk to you about anything, because they may not even come to you about it.
Right.
But if they do decide to come to you about it, are you gonna be a Christian the whole time you talking to your son or daughter?
Yeah.
Or you gonna keep it a buck as a parent? You can't. Or you gonna go to your religion? Some people say, you know what? Let me pray about this son or daughter before I talk to you.
Yeah.
Some people may go that route.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what if your kid ain't church driven like you are?
Right. Then 9 times out of 10, they're not.
See what I'm saying? So if you go that route, but they not church driven, but they still need your advice because you are who you are to them, mama, daddy. How do you advise your son or daughter to deal with that type of hurt, bro?
Man, if they're old enough to be having sex and dealing with people and living with people, they're grown-ups. And that's a part of life. Dealing with another person, you got to deal with all their hang-ups. Hey, man, when I first started dealing with my wife, I didn't know she farted in her sleep like that. Real talk.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, wife, I'm telling you.
Wow.
Hey, when we have Taco Tuesday, hey, man, hey, them beans, hey, they be on them. Hey, I didn't know that.
So you gonna compare
Yeah, hey.
what we talking about
Yeah.
to fart in your sleep and Taco Tuesday?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
that's some stuff. Hey, man, when you dealing with somebody else, you gotta take the good with the bad. Now, if it's something you can't deal with, if it's too bad, okay, cut your losses. Cut your losses.
Hey man, look, listen. I got a son.
Right.
You have sons and you have daughters.
Yeah.
Me as a dad,
Yeah.
my son coming to me like that, I'm a hurt for my son, man.
Yeah.
I really am. Like, I'm a really hurt for my son because my thing will be like, son, I can't tell you how to feel.
Right.
I know it hurt. You might want to go get yourself looked at and checked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just keep it a buck.
Right.
Son, you might want to get yourself checked out. Because, man, it's a lot of stuff floating around here that they can't even put names to.
Exactly.
So, if that's because people really living these kind of lifestyles, like you say, people are, it's happening. How many people discussing and talking about it? Probably not too many.
Yeah.
But if my son, which my son has, that me and him have that kind of relationship, and he comes to me like that, hey man, we gonna talk. I'm gonna tell him it's okay to feel how you feel. But the first thing I'm gonna tell you do from a help side of it, go get yourself checked out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
From that standpoint, because you can be punished for another person's lifestyle.
Yeah.
Based on the decisions they was making and the trust that you was trusting them with.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be my advice to my son. Even for my daughter, same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, we need to go to the doctor with baby girl. She need to go get checked out.
Yeah.
Cause she just talking about how she's hurting on the outside, but on the inside and with her body, we don't know what may be going on with her.
Right.
We need to go make sure baby girl good.
Right.
That's gonna be how I'm gonna handle it if one of my kids was to come to me like that. And then the rest of it we'll handle.
Yeah.
But I need to make sure my conscience is clear and hers, because if something was to happen to her because of somebody else, lack of people not parenting them the right way, my kid is suffering from that. So as a parent, that's gonna be my route that I'm gonna go.
Okay, let me read these comments. Ms. Lynn Miller, she says, still we're going to have to respect people. She's right. Regardless of you short, fat, tall, gay, straight, black, white, blue, green. You got to respect it. You got to. Then she also said biblical could be because they're married. Then the wife, she said, I put on a symphony just for you, baby, because she be blowing it up. hey, that's my girl. When she do it, I just hold my nose and be like, all right. And I make sure the covers, I fan the covers, we go about our business. Yeah. But Ms. Webster, she said, I would tell them that God takes people out of your life for a reason. I would break that down to them to where it's understood by my child and ask them if they understand what's being discussed. Okay. I like that.
Hey, we knew going into, hey, make sure if y'all wasn't on that first, some of y'all had, subscribe to our YouTube page.
Yeah.
We saying it for a reason.
What
man.
is it called? Share, subscribe.
Share, subscribe, and follow.
Yeah.
The YouTube page, man.
Yeah.
We got a new YouTube that's up. We posted like 5 or 6 hour videos on there. For y'all that don't do YouTube, you might want to start going to it because a lot of our content we finna start transferring to our YouTube page. Go subscribe to Two Man with an Opinion on our YouTube page. We actually got a page on Facebook also that we need y'all to be sending out invites for that. The merch, get the merch, share this content like we always tell y'all. Yeah. We say that for a reason, man. But the second round of the podcast tournament, we still have yet to get the information. Hopefully we'll have that information before Friday's show. Friday's show, we already got it booked and locked. We ain't gonna tell y'all, but we got a banger. But King, before we go.
Oh, I forgot Miss Bianca.
Oh, yeah. Miss Bianca.
Yeah.
For those of you that follow Miss Bianca, if you don't, go follow her page.
Bianca Brown.
Miss Bianca Brown. She I don't say single-handedly, but she did she actually coached me and my boy up on some things that we need to do.
It was a whole phone interview about how we could,
expand the brand.
Exactly. Give you guys a better show.
Yeah.
And what she said, it was on point.
Right on the money.
It was on point.
On the money. So if y'all got anything, of those endeavors you're trying to do, Miss Bianca Brown, holla at her. Salute to Miss Bianca. My boy Raymond, we appreciate you for what you did for us with the pictures, man. The man came over here and did us right with the pictures for the stuff we doing. Shout out to Cuzzo.
Yeah.
Cuzzo be getting us right, man, with the videos and everything. He behind the scenes, man. Y'all don't ever see him.
Yeah, because he's ugly.
Yeah. So shout out to Cuzzo, man. Shout out to y'all for all of y'all that's following us, that's be sticking with us. Hey, man, y'all know what? Y'all don't know it, but we coming up on a whole year, bro.
Are you already?
We coming up on a year of Two Man with an Opinion, man. So some of y'all that was with us from when we was in the 2003 Tahoe and the 2000 and when I was sitting in the back seeing ambulance and hearing gunshots during the show. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man, from sticking with us, man. Now we went to another level with it, and then it's another level after that, man. So we're coming up on a year, man. So hopefully, man, we'll live to see that year, man, and we'll give y'all a one year anniversary show, man. But we appreciate all y'all from sticking with us from the beginning, man. It's only up from here, man. So we appreciate everything y'all been doing. King, you got any last comments for the people?
Nah, man. Hey, if y'all know anybody that's going through this situation, tell them to tune in, share the content, and just try to. If they do come to you and talk to you about that, have an open mind. Have an open mind and try not to judge. That's the main thing. I'm not a judgmental person.
Yeah, I think that's the key.
I'm shitty, so I don't judge nobody because I'm full of crap. So yeah, I don't judge nobody.
You know what? But that's probably the main thing based on this whole topic is make sure you're not judgmental.
Right.
At somebody opening up about something that detrimental.
Yeah. Because
you don't know what it took to finally say something.
Yeah.
Because you never knew how many people prior to you they want to say something to about they didn't or couldn't because the person ain't make them feel comfortable. But when somebody finally builds up the encouragement to say something like that, I know you're gonna hurt, you're gonna be mad and upset.
Right.
But try to understand where it came from.
Yeah.
Out of everything we said, try to understand where it came. Now, am I saying that's gonna be your initial feeling and response? Of course it's not. But after you calm down and settle down, flip roles. Take self out of self and put self in the other person. And see how you would want somebody to understand you if you was opening up about something like that. Because that's deep. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's real deep. And just try not to judge people, man. When, like you say, man, try not to judge when somebody opens up with something that's serious.
Yeah. Oh, and the wife said, shout out to her for being amazing. So
shout out to the old lady?
Yeah.
Shout out to you, sis.
Yeah.
For being amazing.
With that booty music. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, man, we love y'all, man.
Two Man with an Opinion, man. We gonna holler at y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to share this on your pages, man. Two Man with an Opinion. We gonna holler at y'all.
Share, like, and compare.
Share, like, and follow.
Share, like, and compare.
Yeah. Yeah.